A bargain signing can make or break a club's entire season. Land a world-class talent for peanuts, and you're hailed as a genius for years. But when that steal turns into a walking disaster, the humiliation and the financial damage can haunt a club for a decade. Some of the biggest teams on the planet thought they'd pulled off the crimes of the century, only to wake up in the middle of an absolute nightmare. Today, we're counting down the 7 bargain signings that went catastrophically, spectacularly, hilariously wrong. And I promise you, by the time we reach number 1, your jaw will be on the floor. Stick around, because the stories only get wilder. 7. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid 2025. This one is still raw. In May 2025, Real Madrid activated a laughable €10 million clause to sign Trent Alexander-Arnold 1 month before his Liverpool contract expired. The best attacking right-back on earth, the quarterback of Klopp's treble-chasing side for pocket change. Madrid fans partied in the streets. 6 months later, they're hiding under the sofa. Trent has managed just 12 appearances. He started 2 La Liga games and not a single minute in the Champions League. His Club World Cup debut against Al Hilal was a horror film. 75% of duels lost, 0 aerials won, 12 giveaways in 65 minutes. His first league start against Osasuna was somehow worse. 1 successful cross from 7, 0 tackles attempted, 4 long diagonals straight into touch. Then came the Champions League debut against Marseille. 5 minutes in, he pulls his hamstring, collapses in a heap, and is out until 2026, missing El Clasico, the Derby, everything. Spanish press now nickname him Trent Alexander-Invisible. He's third choice behind a 33-year-old Dani Carvajal and even Federico Valverde, while 18-year-old academy kid Salvador Blopa is suddenly getting first-team minutes. Trent pockets €16 million net per year to warm the bench. Meanwhile, Liverpool signed Jeremy Frimpong for $40 million and are top of the Premier League. The robbery? It went the other way. 6. Federico Chiesa to Liverpool 2024. Summer 2024 felt like Christmas came early at Anfield. Federico Chiesa, Euro 2020 hero, lightning-quick winger, only 26, arrives from Juventus for £10 million plus $2.5 million add-ons. Absolute madness. No-brainer. Steal of the century. Fast forward to today, and Liverpool fans are begging the club to give him away for free. In his first full season, he has played 395 minutes. That's less than 4.5 full matches. He's missed 16 games with a cocktail of muscle injuries, illnesses, and lack of sharpness. Arne Slot has been savage in public. He arrived completely unprepared. He didn't do a single minute of preseason at Juventus. You can't just turn up and play in this team. The FA Cup tie at Plymouth became the stuff of nightmares. Chiesa started, lost possession 29 times, had 0 shots, and was hooked at halftime while Plymouth fans sang, "What a waste of money." Since that night, he has started exactly 3 matches and finds himself behind Gakpo, Diaz, Jota, and even Darwin Núñez in the pecking order. When Salah went 10 games without a goal or assist, fans screamed for Chiesa minutes. Slot ignored them. Italian journalists say Inter, Roma, and Napoli have already agreed personal terms for a January loan, a 4-year contract that both club and player want to pretend never happened. 5. Alexis Sanchez to Manchester United 2018. Remember that cringeworthy piano video? January 2018, United announced Alexis Sanchez has arrived for free in a swap with Mkhitaryan. Except nothing was free. They handed him £560,000 a week after tax, a £20 million signing-on fee, £10 million to his agent, and image rights deals that pushed the total cost past $90 million. In return, 5 goals in 45 appearances, 1 every 555 minutes. Gary Neville's legendary line, "There must be 2 Alexis Sanchez's, the one we watched at Arsenal and Barcelona and the absolute imposter who turned up here." Sanchez later confessed that after his very first training session, he phoned his agent in tears. "Get me out. I want to rip up the contract and go back to Arsenal today." Mourinho froze him out completely. He became the scapegoat for every defeat, and in 2020, United had to pay an extra £9 million just to terminate the deal 2 years early. Worst of all, his salary destroyed the wage structure. Rashford, De Gea, Pogba, everyone pointed at Alexis and said, "I want that too." One bargain that poisoned Old Trafford for half a decade. 4. Arthur Melo to Liverpool 2022. Deadline day 2022, Liverpool's midfield is in crisis. Every target falls through, so they panic and pay Juventus £4.5 million to loan Arthur Melo for 1 season. He arrived overweight, injured, and smiling for the cameras like he'd won the lottery. He played exactly once. A 13-minute cameo away to Napoli where he lost the ball repeatedly and was hooked at halftime. That was it. 0 Premier League minutes, 0 starts, 0 impact. Klopp later said privately he was never, ever close to the level we need, not even 10%. Training ground reports claimed Arthur couldn't finish a single full session without breaking down. Liverpool paid £4.5 million for 780 seconds of football. That's £5,769 per second. When the loan ended, they put him on the first plane back to Turin and pretended the whole thing was a bad dream. Today he's at Fiorentina, and most Liverpool fans need Google to remember his face. 3. Nolito to Manchester City 2016. Pep Guardiola's first summer at City. He personally demands the signing of Nolito from Celta Vigo, £13.8 million for a 29-year-old Spaniard who just scored 12 goals and provided 7 assists in La Liga and who knew Pep's system from La Masia days. On paper, flawless. In reality, disaster. Nolito scored 6 goals in 30 appearances, constantly shoved off the ball, constantly soaked to the bone. He gave one of the most honest interviews ever. In Manchester, it rains every single day. My daughter asked me why the sun never comes out. I was depressed. Pep tried him on the left. As a false 9, as a second striker, nothing worked. After 1 season, City sold him to Sevilla for £9 million and swallowed the loss. The moment Nolito landed back in Sevilla, he looked like prime Messi again. Sometimes even Pep can't fix homesickness. 2. Alexis Sanchez to Barcelona 2012. Barcelona pay Arsenal £15 million for Alex Sanchez, big, strong, ball-winning midfielder to give Busquets some rest. 8 solid years in the Premier League, still only 24, looked smart. 2 seasons later, it was clear he was completely out of his depth in tiki-taka. Couldn't play one touch, couldn't turn in tight spaces, constantly caught in possession. First season, 31 appearances, but almost never in big games. Second season, 13 appearances, and 0 trust from Tito Villanueva or Martino. The killer quote came years later on Cameroonian radio when Song laughed, "Honestly, I didn't even know what position they wanted me to play. I just saw Barcelona, the beaches, the money, and I said, yes, please." Loaned to West Ham and never returned. One of the few total tactical misfits in Camp Nou history. And now, 1. Ali Dia to Southampton 1996. November 1996, Graham Souness, Southampton manager, gets a phone call. The voice on the other end claims to be George Weah, fresh Ballon d'Or winner. "Graham, my cousin Ali Dia is a Senegal international, played for PSG. He's looking for a club." No footage, no trial, no references. Souness puts him straight on the bench against Leeds United. Matt Letizia is injured mid-game. Souness looks down the bench and says, "Ali, you're on." Ali sprints on, runs around like a man who's never seen a football in his life, gives the ball away constantly, runs into offside 20 times, and after 53 minutes, Souness hooks him again, substituting the substitute. Letizier's immortal quote, "He ran around like Bambi on ice. I genuinely thought he'd won a competition." Contract torn up the same week. Turns out the phone call was a hoax by Ali Dia's agent. Ali Dia played 53 professional minutes in the Premier League, and that was his entire career highlight. The greatest, funniest, most embarrassing bargain signing in football history. There you have it. 7 absolute steals that turned into 7 staggeringly expensive disasters. from modern-day superstars falling apart to the most infamous 53 minutes ever played. Which one shocked you the most? Which one still hurts your club the deepest? Drop it in the comments, smash the like button if you gasped at least 3 times, and subscribe right now. See ya!